Are cancer cure statistics accurate? Well, we don't have any statistics, you know that. From a medical legal standpoint, we can't keep track of statistics. Medical cancer cure statistics, I go over this in detail in my book, but um, a statistic through the American Medical Association with cancer is based upon the date of diagnosis. So if I was diagnosed in 2020, April of 2020 with cancer, if I lived till April 2nd, 2025, no matter how, the quality of my life in those 5 years, if I live one day after the 5-year date of diagnosis goes by, I'm put down as a statistic of cured. So that's how those statistics work. And you could say that those are really rubber numbers. They are. You could say that that's really an unfair way to do things. It is, but it's very difficult to clarify that. I mean, how do you say somebody is cured of cancer? Well, when they don't have, anything, when they have no evidence of disease on a PET scan, when they have no evidence of disease on an MRI or a CT scan, uh, you know, that's one way, but then a year later, now they have metastasis and they have evidence of disease because a PET scan and an MRI CT scan, is not going to show cancer unless it's over 3 million cells large. So it doesn't mean they don't have cancer still. That's why I say don't stop using your right, don't stop doing your therapies. But so how do you define that? And the medical industry knows that you can't really define it that way. So we're just going to go based upon whether you live 5 years post-diagnosis. And of course, the problems with that is that you could have lived a horrible life and you die one day afterwards, and they still put you down as cured. Now, the other flip side of that is that if you don't go through their portal, if you don't stay in contact with an oncologist, if you kind of stepped out of that field and you're doing alternative things, how are they keeping track of anybody? So are they just assuming that you live 5 years and they're putting you down as cured? I don't know. I don't know where this is being kept track of. I I don't know of any portal that exists. I've never seen it in writing where an oncologist is supposed to keep track of the date of diagnosis and 5 years later. I don't think that exists. I don't think there's a nationwide um, uh, medical portal site that is time-based tracking date of diagnosis 5 years later if that person's still alive. I quite honestly, I don't think that exists, which makes me think that a lot of these numbers are kind of made up. And especially if you don't choose to do standards of care, you're not. How do they even know if you lived or died? What are they doing? They got a nurse looking at obituaries every day? I mean, I don't think so. So, how is any of these statistics even kept up? We have people that contact us. We haven't heard from them for 10 years, and they contact us, and out of the blue. And we have to, like I started off this conversation, and we have to explain to them, hey, now we have a member site, you need to get on this. And this happens every week almost, and that Marine is literally having to get a person on the member site that they haven't contacted us for years. We didn't even know if they were still around. And that's okay, because we're not trying to create this dependency on us. We want you to be independent, and really we want to be interdependent so that you do have us as a resource when you need us, but we're not trying to create a unhealthy dependence that you have to stay in contact with us. So we want people to be educated and feel like they can go off on their own. Just got an email yesterday from somebody who we haven't heard from since he started 3.5 years ago. So it's that's okay, but how would the medical field know and keep those statistics? I just don't think it actually happens. So no, the answer, That was a long answer for, are these statistics reliable?